shit. That boy's up to something. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that clip as much as I did, because I went nuts when that happened on stream. Anyways, Mono here, and today I'm going to bring you a video discussing Vel'Koz and his state as a mid laner in patch 6.11. Now, I'm bringing you this video today because Vel'Koz is strong. He's very, very strong. He's rated the #1 mid laner on Champion GG in his role. And frankly, I haven't lost a solo queue game this patch with Vel'Koz, and I think he might be very, very strong and possibly overpowered. Now, the reason why he's strong is because he's been receiving various buffs since his rework in patch 6.9, which I don't consider a huge success. So in order to look at these changes properly, we have to look at why he got reworked in the first place. I made a video back before he even got reworked, or they just were starting to mention the mid-season update to mages, that he did need a rework because his kit didn't have a clear identity as a champion or as a poke mage. Once this announcement got out, the community was outraged. They didn't want Vel'Koz to be changed, so Riot didn't really change him that much. So once they revealed the update to his kit, I was pretty pleased with the changes, but didn't like the direction of his passive or his ultimate. His passive scales with AP per level, and his ult doesn't apply the deconstruction stacks like it used to. So basically, Riot geared Vel'Koz as a true damage mage who scales off of ability power, which kind of falls under a lot of other mages and more reliant on hitting your 3 passive stacks versus your opponents. It also makes your build a little bit less gold efficient because you have to buy more expensive AP items. It is noteworthy during the mage rework that the numbers on his W and his E were nerfed pretty significantly, while his passive, his Q, and his ultimate ability were buffed in terms of AP ratios. Then in patch 6.10, the organic deconstructive passive AP ratio was increased by 10%, and his ultimate was increased 25% from 100% AP to 125% AP, which is a pretty significant buff. And so then finally in patch 6.11, the changes that made Vel'Koz really strong happened. They re-added the deconstruction stacks on his ultimate ability, which is huge, which makes his ultimate way stronger than it was before, and also the Q slows more and increase the time that it is slowed. So this makes Vel'Koz very strong, and right now he is sitting at the highest win rate at 53%, or not the highest, but the highest we've ever seen on Vel'Koz at least. It's no lie, Vel'Koz is very strong right now, and you could do really well in solo queue. All you have to do is make sure you hit your skill shots and stay safe from their skill shots. I know that sounds really straightforward, but that's pretty much it. He does that much damage. The big question I had when I was writing the script for the video is his rework a success? And I would say yes, because I don't think he's going to need another rework, and Riot addressed some mistakes with his kit in general and his playstyle. However, I do think there is some still glaring weaknesses and some glaring issues that Riot didn't address, and here are some of them. People still max W for wave clear, which they intended to nerf, and they said it was something they wanted to address with Vel'Koz, that they didn't like the mindless wave clear with W, so they nerfed the AP ratio. However, if you check Champion GG, the W maxing path, or the way you level up your abilities, is still the dominant way of how people win games, and is still the entire idea of maxing W is still revolved around this whole kit as Vel'Koz. So I don't think they've really addressed that well. Just nerfing an AP ratio doesn't solve the problem. I do think his build path is pretty expensive. I guess that's with the AP items in general, but in short, that the AP items are more expensive, so it's harder for him to hit his mid-game power spike. Before, he was meant to build off of magic penetration items and go from there. And also, I think it's a little bit hard to be effective late game. You pretty much have to play it early. Thankfully, in this meta, late game doesn't go too long, or it's kind of hard to reach that mid game or late game, because it's easier just to win in the mid game anyways. And so that's all I have for this video. Please like if you've watched this far, and subscribe if you haven't already. I also want to hear what you guys think of Vel'Koz this patch now, and how you guys are playing him. How you're building, anything, just let me know. I'm really curious. I want to find a good build path. I don't think the one in Champion GG is necessarily the best one. However, let me know what you guys think. So I'm Mono, and hope you guys have a great day.